Hello everybody, welcome back to our Siralim Ultimate Playthrough Speed Team Shenanigans edition. Today we are going to continue what we have done before, but before that we have, or at least I have, gotten a tip. I got some important information from Sanaru02. Sanaru told me about a trait, specifically the nature transformations, which will help against confusion, as it will, rather doing damage when my creatures attack their own, it will heal them, which is an amazing trait. I have some certain traits in the back pocket, you know, just in case when the enemies are getting a little bit too hard for us to handle with like spells and stuff like that, but I didn't know about this trait, so it's like very important information. I thank him a lot for that. It will be implemented as a back burner for right now, of course, for the speed team, but the upcoming team, sadly enough, I like the idea of like just incorporating something like that, because I feel like our damage is on point every single time, our survivability isn't. So, you know, these kind of traits are very handy to just have in the team in general. And it's also kind of like a backup healing technique, you know? So I love that trait, I love that. For our upcoming team though, which is going to be a Reaper team, it actually is not helpful because we want to kill our own creatures. So very specifically, very funny that the only team that I think really cares for attacking each other is going to be the next one. But yeah, no, it's an absolutely amazing tip. I will keep that for in the tome with all the information, with all the traits. So whenever we need something like that, we can implement it immediately. That being said, let's start the music and we will continue our spelunking into the depths. Of course, also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any tips, or if you're also playing through the game and you're having some difficulties or having some positive, please share. I love to hear from you guys. And with that being said, let us continue into 178, 187. Almost reaching the big 200. The Fiend Fusion is a little bit annoying, but past that, I feel like we can do this. What are the other properties? This is all doable. Well, of course, donate because we're not heretics. Not in this game, at least. Yup. I knew what happened there, for sure. What happened is that the enemies are all dead. Why are they faster than us again? They just were? Okay. Heretic Glaive. Speaking about Heretic, this creature attacks that deals damage to a random enemy equal to 35% of its attack damage and has 50% chance to cast Holy Smite. Wait, what? Okay. The effect repeats once for each hunter fighting on your side. It's a hunter fucking trait? Damn. Hell, even as a singular trait is not too bad, right? Astral Helmet. It's happening again. We're getting all the trait items. This creature can equip spell gems from any class. Your creatures have 10% more for each sealed gem each of your creatures have. Okay, that's a very specific trait. After enemies heal, this creature decreases their low stat by 25%. Weeds and seeds. At the start of the battle, you gain 3 random nature spells. Okay. I always wonder about these kind of traits, you know, like the random traits or random spells that you gain from classes. Like, kind of build around that, so it's kind of like a nice extra, or can you build around that in a way? I want to know. It's such a weird energy of like just seeing everybody just kind of die and you have nothing you can do about it. You didn't even start a turn yet. Nothing really happened. And we didn't choose anything. Life just kind of did. Life just kind of happened, you know? Okay, first time we can actually attack a creature in this game. Or at least this dead. I wonder what triggered the onslaught before, because it seems that this is not happening anymore. I have to assume this is the master. Now we can do it. Abominations. Yeah, like our damage is there, like really. One question, abominations always have weak and take 3% damage. That is actually not a bad trait. I know the abominations are not like the best, but making a team of only a specific race is not that hard. Because you technically only need one and the cockatrice trait, and then you have all of them. So if any of them have like okay traits, it's not hard to make a full abomination team. Do we want that though? Most likely not. Okay, there's an end trait. For sure. For sure. Let's see what the exotic is this time. Okay. What it do? When this creature casts a spell, the spell's potency is 1% to 10% of its normal amount. Is 100% on top of the existing 100%, you know, like the base damage, or is it just base damage? I have to assume it's base damage. Otherwise, it's like 2% damage or 4% damage, which is kind of like, I mean, is that how potency work for spells? I wouldn't actually know. That's one of the things that I was kind of still in the dark about, but you know, it hasn't come up yet. Enemies with Blighted receive 50% more healing from all sources. That's funny. They heal more. When they're Blighted, they take damage from healing. Oh, yes. Yes. I know that in the beginning we're kind of like a little bit struggling as we were to almost wipe once. What I don't get from almost wiping in this from this team is that we have a chance of like dodging like that. There's one of our perks, if I remember correctly. Or is that the wind? Wait, no. I swear we have that. Yeah, when your creature would receive fatal damage, they have a chance to prevent that damage equal to the chance to dodge. So we can escape death. I don't think I've seen it being triggered, but we also have like speed up on the game right now, so it most likely is harder to spot than it normally would have been. But yeah, it kind of fucks me up. Like, we should be evading death. That's what we do. Okay, let's turn in our project. Now that I know how gem crafting works, and enchanting and upgrading, these things are even more useful than before. Yeah, we're already queuing up a hunt. I don't know, have we been queuing up a pilgrimage yet? Honestly, it's been a bit, but it has not been a bit. It has been at least 2 days, yeah. Old man brain just kind of forgot. Artifact stuff's also kind of good, but I feel like now that we know, or at least I know, that we can use our spells. One more of that. Does not reflect. Maximum buff 2. Bad luck. Let's also not do that. Extra nemesis. Creatures. 202. Extra damage. End of turn provoke. Rapid fatigue. And a giant. Giants can be a little bit annoying, but also not too bad. See the other ones. Attack 9 times. End of turn defend. Less damage dealt. Extra intelligence. And they're giants. Yeah. Okay. What's the guy that won the bar? Got it. Emblem. Oh. Let's talk to everybody just in case. I know that the devil of this game is an amazing person. Everybody that works in it is especially Peak, but I also know that he has like a little bit of a sadistic side to him, simply by playing this game. So it wouldn't be weird if there's like a 0.2% chance of like triggering a special fucking event in these kind of places. Or slightly like altered version, you know what I mean? I'm 99.9% sure it isn't there, but you know, I ain't taking those chances. Our arch enemies. I don't know why we keep triggering this fucking realm as aesthetic encounters that say, if you dodge, get fucked. And we dodge now. We're dodging. We're speedy. We are speedy now. So I don't know anybody has seen it from the live stream side, but I have changed the thumbnail for the playthrough. Every time that I make a substantial change to the team and how we play it, I'll most likely change the thumbnail. And maybe if other things would arise. But where's this spell? When I was making a thumbnail, kind of like sad that I'm very limited in my skills of like editing and making videos, because damn, I wanted to make like a very small animation that showed like the ultra instinct aura from my character on the thumbnail like coming to fruition. Because I feel like it's a little bit hard to grasp to truly see what's going on in the thumbnail if you're just like going through YouTube in a normal ways. Okay, dude, he's dead. He's dead. Take it easy. He's dead. Take it easy. He's dead. Take it easy. He's dead. Jeez. What the fuck is happening right now? Okay, somehow they came back. Do we Requiem or Breath of Life? I think we should Requiem. And then we cast... Grand Explosion. We're confused. Oh no. I can't believe never died to being confused. Huh. What a unfortunate set of events. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Says our swapped? Hell no. Makes me buff? Hell no. Buff Shelt is annoying as hell. Good luck. Less healing. Less damage dealt. Heal every turn. Electropods. I don't want to be faster than me. End of attack. Turn. End of turn attack. Damn, crazy. Maximum extra traits. There's no base traits. So that's squishy. Reflect taken 30%. That's squishy. Zonte. Bye, Fortune. What do you say goodbye to Fortune? Bye, bye. I mean, we say boom boom, right? Damn. I guess doing a shit ton of damage like really is backfiring right now. Okay, some abstract art there. See what kind of trait it is. As the creature attacks, it transforms into a copy of the target and gains its spell gems. Hey Leia, I lurk. Thank you for lurk. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Go. As long as only the first 2 attackers die, then we got us in the bag. Pick a box. This concept will help you on your way. There, this one. That's a lot of treasures. That is a lot of treasures. After your creatures with burn are killed, they have a 30% chance to be resurrected with 25% health. 20% health, okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of treasure. Crazy. Didn't even fit on the screen, what the hell? What the hell? Let's mix it up, by the way. We do a yellow, and we do a blue, and we get repelling. Don't know the color. That's a new color. Never heard about that one before. Okay, that's us. Ooh, is he new? The creatures have a 20% chance to deal critical damage and dodge attacks. Wait, do I want that? Do I want that? Is that... Does that stack with other... Bro... They have a 20% chance to dodge. Come on, brother. Thank you. Okay, they come back. Why did they come back? Okay. You have a 20% chance! Thank you. Oh, damn. Okay. I see it's gonna be a little bit painful. The way that we like it. Why are we scorned? Has to be one of the fusion characters. But we have spells now. We have spells. Okay. I guess if we sacrifice one creature for like 4, we will win in the end every single time. Kill some slimes. What are bad slimes? The bad slimes. This creature always has curse. When this creature would take damage from curse, the damage is dealt to the enemy instead. Okay. Ground explosion? Question mark? Stop dodging? Stop dodging? I'm like talking about never see anybody dodge and now everybody's dodging. Like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know dodges was activated at like depth 180. Yeah, the blowback on this one's gonna be insane. No blowback apparently. He was red and blue. Makes purple. Chris, okay. Could have been worse for us. Oh, nice. Apparently we just had to find some books for him. Celestial Map. When this creature has barrier or shell, it takes damage from attacks and spells in place of your other creatures. If we ever need somebody to tank, that would be a very good trait to have. Especially together with a trait that would give him barrier and or shelled. And there's also an exotic trait that makes it so that when you have 2 buffs, they'll take all the damage. I mean, no kind of double up on the taking the damage for somebody else part. Stop dodging. Stop dodging. I swear to God, I guess I should never said it, that I've never seen any fucking creature dodge. I've only been dodging. No, don't forfeit. I need those fucking... I need my fortune back. The moment I talk about disaster, it fucking happens. Talked about our team dying from confusion, then it died from confusion. Talks about nobody dodging, now everybody is dodging. I'm a negative fucking fortune teller. Losing it. It has to be one of the future creatures, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. No, this our guy. I was like, there's so much speed. No, this is. Also, really? Like really? We were the Windrunner and we were barely dodging? We have 110k fucking speed. At the start of battle, your creatures gain 3 random traits. Oh, they have also even more traits. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at those. I just believe. Okay. Speed should also be hit chance. I'm stuck here. I mean, there's not really a lot you can do against. I'm just being fasted at you. Are you really that fast? Wait. I wonder why we have so much fucking speed. Like, I don't know, we have a lot of speed, but like 110k is just kind of insane, if you ask me. Just a little bit. Like, I know that we share and give, but does it like... I don't think that this realm gives us stat boost, so... Yeah. Sigil of the Watchers. Like, I want to read to what they do, but I've no idea what the Watchers do, so... Is I'm happy for you that it happens, or sad, you know? Okay, we're burning? That's bad. That's bad. That's a lot of damage. Oh. Guess I'm today a little bit more blind than normal. Just a speck more. Just a tiny bit more. I mean, instantly go to a new realm. Do we do realm ability 4 for the boss? This is very stupid. Like, really stupid? Like, actually, like, stupid. But... let's see how screwed we are. I mean, we barely had any fucking fortune, right? Who fucking cares? End of turn cast. Oh, Gucci. Good luck. End of turn attack. Less charges. Gems sealed after casting. Strength against nature. Copy your spell gems. That's horrible. Crunchers? I don't know what crunchers are. And we're gonna fight against a elder fucking demon. I really clicked without looking. I'm so happy it was not the boss. That would have been bad. I feel like one tap a static encounter were most likely good for damage. The creature have an independent 20% chance to do critical damage. Oh, that's the fucking the face warrior one. Light rot. At the start of this creature turn, it heals your creatures equal to 50% of its maximum health. Huh. Huh. Okay. Oh, Dark Rock got it. Dark, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How was the stream, by the way? I'm just kind of vibing with Siralim Ultimate. Trying to regain my lost fortune. Hoping for the best. kind of succeeding, but also kind of failing. You know, the normal. Strong enough for static encounters. I kept losing a lot of melee units, so I decided to shoot them instead. I mean, it worked. Nice. Outraging, very smart, very strong. You know, sometimes like that monkey brain part, you know, activates me like, but what if we can go melee? I'm also interested in battle stack. I've never really seen anybody play it. I do own it. I haven't played it myself yet. Because I've heard that people said a lot of good things about the game, but that the AI was not that good. Which, like, makes a game like that kind of a bit sad, right? But when I saw you play, like, it seemed competent. Like the AI actions. Oh, do we have a treasure golem here? Okay. You're a grown-ass man, melee hard no effects. Exactly. You have a chainsword? Oh god. Oof. You have a chainsword? Just melee the fucker. Nobody's ever died from fighting that guy in melee. You'll be fine. You can easily do it. You see Jim over there? He did it. Sir, Jim's not with us anymore. What happened? He died to a Tyranno effects. Oh. You'll be fine. Yeah, I got it because of my friend got it for me. It's a very entertaining experience, but the content behind the paywall. Yeah, that's kind of sad, right? It is sad also to say that, like, it's just kind of like what it is right now, right? Like the majority of the games act like that, just DLC. Added more content to a game is DLC. Adding a new mode to the game is DLC. The only thing positive for the game, or at least the positive it has going for it, is the fact that DLC on sale is pretty cheap. There's a weird like idea behind the fact that if you look at the games these days, like before, if you had just a game, they got the money. Ah, yes, standard motors are single. Yeah. I am a very big fan of keygen music, so I need to have the go-to with me at all times. I just gotta sad that like the games look at the price of the game itself as like a entry point to the game, and then you need to cough up a little bit more to experience more of the game. One thing that I've also been seeing a lot more is in the games where things like, say, end games or just the grind in certain games are like cosmetics, that the DLC is also just only cosmetics, but they don't add any new good cosmetics for like the grinds. Like, but why though? That's the game. Yeah, compared to some other games, Battlestack only has 2 options to play. Oh, God. Let's go to the boss. The horse armor cosmetic from Skyrim Effect? Yeah. It's just so weird, right? Like, this creature is, after it's killed, the party gains 200% of his stats. After this creature's killed, okay, it's gonna be horrible for us, I see. It's like, you know, if the end game is grinding cosmetics, then you cannot, like, add paid cosmetics only, and this is the only thing you'll add to the game until the end of, like, supporting the game. This is just weird. More explosions. Okay. 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 What do you do? Okay, he needs to die for sure. For sure. Like 100% for sure he needs to die. Demon Breath? Okay, we're going ham, we're going ham, we're going ham. Okay, that's horrible. That's horrible. Could have been worse. I'm cool with paid cosmetic as a small support for the devs. Yeah, of course. For the small part of the devs, paid cosmetic is cool, right? But like, say, in a game like Dark Tide, right? You know, like a game that we both play. Like, kind of weird that, like, the most constant flow into Dark Tide is paid cosmetics, rather than also, like, free cosmetics. How much should I? There's free and paid at least, and both are cool as fuck. Okay, I mean, that's nice, right? I feel like we're just going into the direction where most of the new content is paid content, and I don't like that. That saddens me a lot these days. Ooh, Trial of Goblets. The Goblet's Trial. Oh yeah, oh, shower me with the fucking goodies, bro. Oh my god. Give me more. Oh, nice. Let's see, speed. We got all the projects going, nice. 230. 30. That's good shit. Nice. Like, I want to have like cool games where you have like a cool end game where you can grind stuff, and not that the grind is gonna be how much fucking money I need to pay from my wallet. That just really makes me sad. One of the games that I've been seeing it more and more often that I've been playing is the Monster Hunter franchise. A lot of like the cool new cosmetics is more paid than anything else. In my opinion, paid cosmetic is okay because it's just cosmetics, no in-game effect. If you don't want it, you can not pay for it, but then you have games that have paid content that actually affects based on not counting DLC. True. And I agree with you at full with that. Paid cosmetics is okay. In-game power is annoyance. The fact that we have games like that. And I'm really okay with like paid content or cosmetics. I'm good with that. I just also like, you know, in certain games that they give a little bit, you know, possibility of getting free stuff. Buy the super cool Hermit, does 1 million and you get it literally at the start of the game. Yup. One of the games that kind of like gave everybody a very bad taste in the mouth was Dragon's Dogma 2, where you could buy like the teleporting stones, which should have been like a very limited commodity. Microtransactions are the worst. Yeah. Microtransactions in single-player games. Brother, what are we doing these days? Ooh. No wonder they're online single-player games. I mean, that's the biggest reason why online single-player games exist. For those sweet, sweet microtransactions, fucking money. Money. I love money. That and most likely also the possibility of just removing your access to a game, because we don't own any of our games. Sad reality of gaming in 2025. What is Chronic Eye doing here? Okay, never mind, he's amazing. Gacha games do it too. If you want a certain character, you have to either grind or pull the materials or just buy it. I know, right? Says the person that for the longest of time played free gacha games. I changed my ways. It's now only one. But I don't pay anything in-game. I think that's nice. I'm a free-to-play in any game. Or at least in all my gacha games. But yeah, gacha games are also like just addiction fucking baiting. I used to play Genshin. I haven't played since last year because I was just grinding for so long that it was a waste of time. Now I do that in Tarkov SP. Yeah, I feel like, you know, like also in like kind of this game, I love the grind way more in a single player game because it's not like artificially boosted because they want you to pay a fucking, like, you know, price for content. It's just because they believe that is good for the game. And, you know, if you like the game, there's a positive. I've also heard some drama in the Tarkov community because of the release on Steam. That certain people need to buy the game again. That's actually horrendous. I don't know what's up with the fucking developers from Tarkov because they have like an amazing fucking product. And they have been like just missing the shots left and right. They really just need to chill. And it'll been okay. Be chill on mods, be chill on fucking the community, be chill on fucking different additions. And then everything will be good. The only thing that they cannot be chill on is the cheaters in the game. Best game ever by far, still RimWorld. Yeah. RimWorld is such a like amazing like sandbox that like you can just mod it in 2 different ways and it would just be 2 different games. Just full ass, just different games. If you don't want to buy the DLCs, you can just get mods that do the same. Exactly, right? And they're okay with it. That's the best part. Like they're kind of just okay with it. Especially like the latest DLC, the one with the spaceships, is like so much fucking content, it's insane. But if you don't want it, you don't need it. Oh, nice. Ooh. They encourage it as well. Exactly. And sometimes the mod is just so good, they're like, you know what, we're gonna add it to the game. And then it's just part of the game. Amazing developer team. Amazing fucking game. I have all DLCs because it was all worth it. Odyssey is amazing. I haven't gotten Odyssey and the one with the girl holding the cube. I don't know what the name of it is, but I haven't gotten Odyssey. I'm planning to get Odyssey eventually. The space of the horror one was like a little bit too limited for me. Because it didn't really... Anomaly, yeah, Anomaly, thank you. Because it didn't really incorporate in other playthroughs that well, so to say. You know, like you really did an Anomaly playthrough or another playthrough. It was never like something added to a normal playthrough. But it's still a good DLC. Yeah, where's my Drabolic? Commander at AC. Let's go Henchman. Anomaly is the weakest out of all DLC, I think. I agree with you on that one. It's very interesting. Exactly. That's the problem, right? Like, even like the weakest one is like very interesting. You know, the idea of like just having horrors where you can just interact with as a kind of like SCP kind of system to it. Like, it's really cool. But also, like, how would you incorporate that in like a playthrough? That would just be weird, right? I'm gonna be a intergalactic zoo, and here's my fucking shadow monster that just keeps teleporting, and there's the copy of one of my colonists. He's actually not real. Also, every 7 days we're being attacked by Cthulhu monsters. Good luck. Yeah, that's good. I haven't seen any mods though that like kind of add to the DLC, because those also like are very important. I think knowing what kind of mods interact with certain DLCs is just as important as how good the DLC is. I wonder if they're gonna do any more very focused DLCs, because I feel like Anomaly had a little bit, you know, commentary from the community flung against it. But I really want a kind of like medieval focused DLC. I would love that. In my recent Odyssey playthrough, I have the notification to get the monolith on the map, but since I'm hopping around the map, I don't have enough time to use it. Ah, there's a medieval overall mod? Yeah, I know, I always use that. But it has not been updated in a very long time, which is very sad. And it also doesn't really like other mods. I have to go a lot of in the source files to change things around. But I single-handedly only play with that overall specifically. I just love the idea of like just tackling RimWorld with only fucking melee weapons that are like from the 1500s. I think that Royalty was one of the best until the last one popped in. Yeah. Royalty just like blended so well into the base game that I couldn't even think about a playthrough without Royalty anymore. Like it's just so perfect for it. Like honestly. Oh damn. We absolutely just decimated that thing. But there's a second one. We're gonna decimate that as well. Sag. But Odyssey is also just as well like weaved into the base game that if I would start playing with it, I wouldn't want to play with it anymore. There would be an instant include on every playthrough. What I like is that mods will always be DLC free friendly for those who don't have them. Yeah. It shows just how important like a good modding community is, and like a good relationship between developers and the modders. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Skyrim still lives, right? But it's also very important that base RimWorld is just really good. Yeah, Phalanx is hold on. Yeah, let's deal with this. Let's fight the spirit. Do we have reflect damage? Yeah, we do. The only thing that is saddening about RimWorld is, and there's a very big asterisk, is just the engine doesn't really run a lot of characters at the same time, or like big fucking colonies. That is very sad, but it's also very understandable, of course. It's just the limitations of the engine. My best two mods to combine were Zombieland and Comet Extended, just for the awesome zombie apocalypse with limited ammo. That's really cool. I did the zombie apocalypse with the medieval coverlay overall. Guess what? Zombies are very hard with bow and arrow. Very hard with fucking swords. The medieval world would be dunked on by zombies. But it was very fun. Because of also like the special zombies and stuff like that, right? You want to have like using the things like the ballistas from the medieval hall. So you're gonna use like a lot more stuff which you normally just never would have used. My plan was always to have way more zombies, but make them weak, like in movies. Yeah, I do exactly the same thing. Like the one-hit zombies, but they are like 5 times as many. But I do like some specials from time to time, right? Like a fucking ginormous like Hulk. Oh, static encounter here. Who dead? Who the fish? Weird ass fish. Hydration check. Oh no, we're dying. The Hulk's The bombers, the ones that could open doors, yeah. You can turn off specifically the elites that you don't like, right? Why haven't I not interacted? Okay, because he's a boss. He's a master. Okay, shit went wrong very fast. But we're chilling. They're dodging for some reason. Don't die, please. Don't die, please. Don't die, please. And we died. God fucking damn it. I gotta go for now. I gotta have dinner. I'll be lurking in the meantime. You have an awesome stream, man. Thank you, thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you for keeping me company and for the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Have a good dinner. Let's see, we keep getting dunked on, but I feel like there's also a lot that we can do about it right now. Maybe realm instability 4 is still like a coin flip if we live or not live, which is kind of sad. I love the idea. No, I don't like the idea. I love the loot. We got so much of it. But maybe it's just not it. But I'll build like that. I have to say, I have been getting... I find it harder to fight the Imlers these days. From like all the tanky things that we can fight, like those are the worst. With them like healing from our damage and being able to just block all damage, like it's a very annoying fight. Because it's either something like that or a very unfortunate combination of traits that really kills us. And I feel like even if we would go, say, to realm instability 3, that really wouldn't help us in the long... or like, it wouldn't really change anything at that point. Like, it doesn't mean that they would have less traits or more or better traits, so to speak, for us in the situation. And the Imlers are still Imlers. And like, how many times do we fight against Imlers? Like, one for a specific place. The fact that we're doing random fucking realms kind of doesn't help it, right? We have a 1 in 28 chance to trigger rate, I believe. So is that worth it to change our whole as build? I don't think it is. We most likely are just gonna go to realm instability 3 and hope for the best. Because one of the things that does help with the realm instability is the... oh, oops. Of course, the numbers. Numbers are also lessened. You know, I don't think that a full as defensive Imler team would have beaten us if they didn't have such ginormous fucking attack buffs. Fate. I have to say life. Of course. Fate is death. I know, chat. Fate is death. And death is cringe. Looks at self. Death is cringe. We are inching closer, though, to the gates of the gods. And with that, the first pause in this playthrough. And the second playthrough has also been marked down for the game, for this one specifically, and also the game that we're going to do after this pause. Which is going to be... oh, next to night. Back-to-back portals? Crazy. We're going to do a Norscan playthrough of Total War Warhammer 3. Because... so... I don't think I've told this story before, but... I I have a very big problem with not finishing games. After I'm just not enjoying a game anymore, I just kind of stop the game. I feel like a lot of people have that energy to them, you know, because like, why would you continue a game you're not really enjoying anymore, right? And I kind of, it saddens me not completing certain games or certain playthroughs in a way that like I don't experience like the full of it, even though we have reached the point where I'm not enjoying the game anymore, or as much. Not anymore, but not that much, right? So I looked at, there's a site that shows you all achievements that you've gotten and give you a score based on that. So I was like, you know what? I am just gonna play games with a lot of those achievements and keep going until I've reached certain achievements. And then I saw Siralim Ultimate, which I played like before, I want to say 40 hours, which was like barely not finished the story. It was no reason that I fall off the game. I was playing it on my Steam Deck when my PC had some problems and was in the making, and I didn't see my PC for, I want to say 6 or 8 weeks, something like that. So yeah, I had to do something, and the game that I played on my Steam Deck the most was Siralim Ultimate. I didn't even look at the RAM stability. Extra trade's horrible, I believe. Some got love. But yeah, so I looked at Siralim Ultimate's achievements. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do all the getting the characters. And I just looked at all the things that I still had to do in the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like the end game. I'm not gonna complete it 100%. It's just, I'm not that guy. I know a lot of people that are watching are that person. I'm not that person. Well, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach end game. I'm gonna get into end game as far as I can and just call it a game or a day. And then I saw the 2.0 update, or at least the beta going on, that gives you a chance of getting or makes you able to start as any fucking class in the game, and also randomize other creatures. I was like, you know what? That sounds amazing. And that is how we came to what we're doing right now and what we're planning to do. You know, the playthrough of every fucking class. But the other game I was looking at was Total War Warhammer 3. And the reason why is because I am a ginormous fan of the game, or the franchise. I have played every Total War except for Britannia and the Egypt one that released, and the Bronze Age one. I was just not interested. That was at the point where Britannia was a mistake, the Saga games, and the other ones were after CA just kind of faltered through the ground and hit the ground and then stumbled more and fucking did 3 backflips and like landed on their necks. I don't know what CA is doing, but they're losing it. But yeah, but I've played every else, you know, like even the first Medieval, I've played the first Rome, big fan. And because of that, I was very interested in their new fucking game, which was Warhammer. And then I became a very big fan of Warhammer Fantasy, and then I later on learned that Warhammer Fantasy was dead. But, you know, it's coming back, but not in a way that, you know, most people would want. But yeah, I have to say that the Warhammer 1s were a very good experience, and then 2 released, and 2 was amazing. Oh my god. I'm not lying when I say, between multiple Steam accounts, because I lost my original Steam account, I had over 4,000 hours in Total War Warhammer 2. So yeah, I really liked the game. And then 3 released, and 3 was a absolute fucking mess. Absolutely just bad. Optimization, horrible. A lot of the changes that they make, horrible. But it's still an enjoyable game. So yeah, I wanted to play the game. And the first time that I played the game, I played it for, I want to say 16 hours straight. And then I black screened. My whole ass computer just turned off. And after that, I never touched the game ever again. That was at release. I mean, the game has been out for 2-3 years now. So yeah, I'm absolutely terrified. So I have to test out if the crashing would work or happen if I just played on a normal time that I would play on stream. Because that is kind of important. A little bit important, you know, knowing that I wouldn't fucking black screen on stream. Showing my black screen on stream? What? Better stop getting rebirth. But yeah, I want to go back to Total War Warhammer 3, and that also had a problem that I have, or at least two also had a problem with that I never really finished a playthrough, you know? I think most of the people that would know Total War Warhammer knows that at a certain point, you're just kind of like auto-resolving every fucking fight, and you're just taking over settlements simply to have a number go up that says after a certain amount of time, you have won, even though you've already won at that point. And at that point, I just never reached. But I want to reach that point, specifically with one of my favorite factions to play as, which is the Norskins. I really like the Norskins lore. I like the idea of them. It's just that they are, at current moment of the moment of streaming this game, the worst faction. Worse as in how they play, and worse in the amount of things that they can do, and worse as in the way of implementation. They're really bad. But why did I say specifically around this time, or for this specific time release? They're gonna update the faction with a DLC coming, I think, before the end of this year. They kind of fumbled the date, and they're like, "It's coming this year?" Question mark. So I want to complete a playthrough of the Norskins when they are absolute garbage, when they're really bad. Because at this point, less than 10% of the player base has done it. And I just have to assume when the update comes and they're way more enjoyable to use, that they wouldn't. That it doesn't happen, you know, that they do have a more active player base, let's say. So I want to reach the point of completing a playthrough. It's not going to be the hardest difficulty, because it's kind of like where most of the content lies for the Warhammer online content from streamers and less players or playthroughers. But I'm going to make it way more harder for myself, way harder, simply by implementing a certain amount of mods, because I don't play the Warhammer games without mods. Which was also a very big disappointment when they just kind of like changed the way that they updated the game. Because for everybody that doesn't know, before, when the game released, the game was kind of buggy, and they kind of updated it. I say a little buggy, Warhammer 2 was not playable at the beginning, and Warhammer 3 was not playable at the beginning. Well, you know, a little bit these days, you know. Vicha, let's do that. Battle log, reflect damage, hell no, less attack, critical chance, tester swap, don't attack, extra traits. But yeah, back then, when there was a problem in the game, like say, one lord couldn't recruit their unique creatures or like units. You know, that would be horrible if, like, say, a lizardman lord wouldn't be able to recruit their special units, you know, like it would be kind of weird if that half a year to a year that wouldn't work. Looks at camera, that was a thing. So yeah, so how they would fix that is when the next DLC would run or come, they will most likely fix that, but sometimes in the middle of like their planned time for releasing a DLC, you know, say like 3 months, like at the 1.5 months like mark, they would patch the game. And when the DLC came, they'll patch the game. And those were the only times. Which was very bad if you had like a game-breaking bug, like, you know, or at least making it unplayable in certain ways, like the Lizardman Lord. So they changed up how they done their updates, and in my idea, they really fumbled the bag here. Because now for like the most willy-nilly fucking bug, they are updating the game, but they also kind of like not update the game as they say they gonna update the game. They kind of like do things as well rather than just fixing bugs. And when you do things in a game that has a very active mod scene, that would mean that a lot of mods are becoming unplayable. on a very regular basis. And that has made it so that a lot of like active modders for this game have left the game itself, which is very sad, because I think Total War is the kind of game that you just want to play modded, because the base game is very meager, it's very limited. I see the Total War games as a sandbox game, so if, you know, there's not enough units to recruit, not a lot of things to do, then it's limited in my idea. And that's okay, you know, because just like other games, the base is there, it is really good. So modders most of the time like fill those gaps, they fill the void. And now because of their patch frequency, it's becoming way harder to play modded. And I think a little bit of the problem, I feel like the biggest problem lays within CA, the developers of Total War. But also a little bit is Steam's fault, because I should be able to just be like, yo, don't update this game anymore and don't update my mods anymore. And they should just stop doing that, you know what I mean? There should just be an option. Or run back fucking mods, like versions, because I know they're there. I know they're in the database. I'm not stupid. Or give me the option that if I download a mod, to give me the fucking files and that I can back them up, and then I can select a older version of the game, or make me able to select a older version of the game, so I can just go back to those versions. But yeah, the biggest problem lies within CA though. So yeah, it's a little bit harder for me to play, say, modded, or just play the game in general, because I don't play unmodded. Which also left a very sour taste in my mouth. It's just kind of like other developers and games. I don't know why you fumbled the bag so hard. Like, you just have a good thing going. Why are you ruining it for absolutely no reason? Like, yeah, I understood that people wanted like more active patching. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, right? The most people that were complaining about the patches were people that didn't play modded, or at least the lack of patches. They didn't play modded, because a lot of mods fixed the problems. You know, there were some underlying problems that couldn't be fixed with mods, but like most problems could be fixed with mods. But they didn't play modded. But now, because of what they wanted, you know, more active patching, the modded players couldn't play anymore, and that has led to the game dying faster. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. Because, like, yeah, you have your Puritans that will never play modded, because that is just not the way that the developers intended to play the game, you know? Like, those people most likely eat vanilla ice cream, and, you know, they will never break, like, the speed limit, you know? I also never break the speed limit, by the way, but they're very vanilla people that don't like modded. And, you know, that's fine, but the fact that, you know, their actions have impacted the community in a pretty negative way also left a very sour taste in my mouth. And again, if like Steam had an active way of just being able to stop the game from updating and stop mods from updating, this all wouldn't have been a problem. But the fact that the problem arises is truly just purely CA's fault. Because maybe they could have gotten away with it in the Total War Warhammer 2 times, when the game was like, even in base, like very playable. But Warhammer 3 really needs his mods. Jesus. So it's just kind of sad that it went that route. And after CA also had one of the biggest fumbles in gaming in the last 10 years with hyenas. It's looking very grim for our Warhammer Fantasy players. And I say specifically fantasy because most likely they are working on a 40k, which I'm also kind of like excited about. I have to say, like, with how many fucking 40k games I've been playing lately and showing also off on stream, I'm not the biggest 40k fan, which might come to a surprise to some. I like fantasy like way more, like way more. But I do enjoy 40k for what it's worth. If one of your creatures killed, they cast 5 random creatures and 2 damage. So we need to kill everything, and then we can kill Homebody. Okay. I should have... I mean, I wouldn't know, right? But I feel like the best thing we could have done is something with silence. But yeah. Let's see how far we go. You know what? Oh, I don't have stinky... Okay. Oh, there it is. Odor. Let's make them confused so they have a chance of casting the spells on each other. But yeah, in the end, I'm still gonna play the game because I enjoy the game, even though with the fumbles. But I don't know how... Oh, this... I didn't change the map, isn't I? I don't know how it's gonna like work out in the end. Maybe we have to stop the playthrough at the middle of the playthrough. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't. But I like the idea of playing... Oh god. Okay, came back. Nice. Because I'm known to play games very weird. I really have my own way of playing games, and forcing the game just kind of like work around that rule of like how I want to play the game. And I would love to show that off. Oh god, he was confused. Is Homer confused? He's not. Okay, greater despawn? Two of the Osorats are confused. Is it like base or is it absolutely fucking useless? Okay, that's absolutely fucking useless. Got it. I thought maybe like it was 175 base, so every buff that we've gotten to our speed would be impacted by it, but it's not. It's really not. Okay. We have a grand explosion with Homeboy. We can do Cloud Beam. More Cloud Beam? We are confused. He has the greater dispel though. Dispel. That was even okay. He does not have dispel. So we're just gonna provoke. I think he does still have it. Nice. Dispel my goat. Let's kill, of course. Cloud Beam once more. Ayo. Let's go. Okay, why has he got it? What the scalp? What the scalp? What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, that's just the best all we can do. That's just the best all we can do right now. Just keep dunking on the guy. Now we're getting there. But yeah, I want to do the Norscan playthrough. I think that would be really fun. Especially to show like, it's like really like, I want to showcase this game. I'm going to show you the worst fucking faction in the game. Kind of like gives you the insight of like, I'm playing the games always wrong, or my own way. Again, it's not really true, right? Like, I'm not inting the game on purpose. I just like the... Games are not serious, so why take them serious, right? That is my feeling towards that. Do we get the prophecy line yet? No, we need one more pilgrimage. And yeah, this is good. And most likely when that playthrough ends, we are gonna do the first of the randomized class playthroughs of Siralim Ultimate. Which is gonna be most likely, like a 99% certainty, the Graveborn, which has been recommended to me. For it to be a very unique way of playing the game, which is fun. I on purpose will not interact with anything of the Graveborn in the Forever Save until we have completed it. As I've said before, but I've never really stated it anywhere specific, you know? With the randomized class playthroughs, they will go until the end of the story, which is until we gonna beat the first time Caliburn, that is his name, I believe. In a big version of him. In a big man. But we will do it with randomized creatures, which I hope will be interesting. So I'm like debating it a little bit. Like, it's not really a debate because I know I'm not gonna do it, but like Ruthless sounds very interesting when it last been told to me. But it also takes a very long time, and I feel like there's not the kind of time that we can allocate to all classes in this game. And then when we are done with that playthrough, we go back to the Forever Save. We'll beat some bosses, some gods, I don't know. And then we are gonna ascend with the class that we just completed the playthrough with. And that's just how we keep doing it. And then we'll keep doing it until we have ascended every class. At least that is what I wanted to do. But then I heard that like ascending the classes are very grindy. So we'll see how far we get with that. After every time that we've done a randomized class playthrough, we're gonna jump to another game. I don't know which one comes after. Like every single time I'm like, I have been choosing too many like long games, you know. This game is going on for this stream 20, you know. It's a little bit long, a little bit, but you know, expect from this game. And then I was like, let's do Total War Warhammer. I was like, you know what, that's a long game. I was like, you know, the other one that I was really thinking about, Battletech. I was like, you know what, that's very long. It just keeps getting long games. Good idea, right? The games that I want to play are the games that I kind of stop playing because it takes it doesn't take too long, but I reach a point where I'm not enjoying it as much as before. And like, you know, you've seen me play this game for now 120 hours. I'm still going strong, so I don't lose interest that easy. So the games where I lose the interest fast in is the games that just take a little bit longer. So the games that I want to play are games that take longer. Look, Chad, I'm stupid, you know, when it comes to shit like that, you know? Like, you know, one of the things I was like, you know what, let's do just every Final Fantasy. Fuck it. Why not? You know what? That takes long. That takes a long time. I don't know. It's either one of Final Fantasies or like indie RPGs that like most of you haven't heard of at all. I love to bring games that are really good, but not a lot of people know about it to like the front view. And I mean, I say front view, there's not a lot of people watching, but you know, it takes like one pair of eyes to see a game that they have never seen before or they would never interact with and to get the game. And you know, that's a positive thing. I think that's a very positive thing. That's how I find most of my games. So if I can bring that kind of energy to other people, then I would love that. In red leg, additional time, less attack damage, Imlings. Imlings as a fusion is absolutely hilarious because they require other Imlings, which if they're fused as the side bitch, they're not. So there's an easy peasy fucking fusion. That's a tip for from old ass fucking Hermit. Imling fusions, amazing. Sorry, chat. Getting my straw for my can. I love that we kill the Mimic. The Mimic kills us because most likely reflect damage. Never mind, I have no idea why. And then the fucking Mimic comes back. I love this game. The stream playlist has also reached the point as my own personal ginormous playlist that I have, where the fucking the energy just completely shifts from one side to the other one, depending on the song. Should I learn that I have free will, and because I don't put any of the songs on the VODs, I can kind of have anything on the playlist. What? I thought that Autumn was... Okay. I thought Autumn was the face guy. The stone face. Right? Is he not? Wait. He's not. Okay. It's not what I want to do. Oh. I guess I was wrong. But I did choose the correct answer. In the end, that's all that matters. But yeah, what comes after the Warhammer 3 stream, I have no idea. I mean, after then going back to Siralim Ultimate and, you know, that is still a bit in the air. That was like, I guess, weird to think about, like, what you want to do right now. In what has to be 3 to 4 months time. I like being prepared so I can always make changes. Which sounds weird, I know. Because, like, what if, like, an amazing game releases that I want to play? Wait. wait a second, now I think out loud, there's gonna be a game releasing that I really want to play on stream, which most likely is gonna take the slots for Siralim Ultimate in November. I have to see how long the fucking Warhammer 3 stream's gonna take, actually. I knew this one was gonna take a long time, Siralim Ultimate. But I didn't, I have no idea how long Warhammer's gonna take. I think if you play the base game and very optimal, I think like you can do a short campaign victory in maybe 10 parts. Rather than if it takes the 10 parts of an hour, I think. Every 2 hours, 10 parts, 20 hours in total. There'll be 10 weeks. 20 parts. Not 20 parts, no. That's not possible. It will stream it for 4 hours a week. So 5 weeks. That doesn't sound bad in my eyes, but I don't think I'm that guy. Specifically because I also have not played it for like 3 years. Oh, yeah, I'm also not playing on the highest difficulty. I don't know. I really wouldn't know this time. Did I? Okay, I already did it. I already did that. 2 projects, damn. They're spoiling me. What's up? I have no idea why I did him. Assassination. I should have done some handle grinding. Oops. Oops. D. Oops. Vibe check. Okay. Had to check chat. Just in case. The blighted one would have been bad for us because we don't heal at all, so we just don't die. That's the idea, at least. We keep dying, though. Have we gotten our fortune back? We do! Oh! That's kind of big. Fortune back? Pog? Pog? But if November's already been kind of filled, and that's gonna be a long game as well. Rise in only plays long games. Chat, I'm just gonna be the guy for long content. Hope you strapped in. I hope that my absolute chat voice will help you relax on the days that you play watching the long fucking form content. No, come here, Nugget. Sorry, Dumpling. Oops. Not a Nugget. That's the other thing. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be the guy for long content. At least a guy for long content. I'm not the guy, not the only one. I am the only one. But I'm not though. I don't know, man. But just sometimes I see games not being played by people and like, why is this not being played by people? More people would love this game. I know that. Why do the ears have earrings? What? No, bring back the ears. Are there the ears? What do you do? Okay. That ear stank. What do you do? Okay. Do we have reflect damage on? Oh, we do. Okay. Then I get it. Yeah, more lung for content coming in the future. And I'm doing right now. And there were in the past. You know, like there are a lot of games that I play with the idea of like at least showcasing it to people, and if they're ever interested into it. Huh. Cool. Once more, bye Fortune, bye! Everybody wave to the Fortune, goodbye! I guess if I am going on the pace that I would believe that we would finish Warhammer the Northern playthrough, then I think by the time it will be November. Right, because it's the 9th now. The 9th month. Then it's halfway the 9th month. I feel like we're getting close to the point where the pause is gonna happen on the Forever save. Did we talk to our boy? We didn't. We didn't talk to the jock. Then we will have, I want to say at the end of September we're most likely done with this, right? Or at least the pause. Then we have the whole as of October to complete Warhammer 3. At least the playthrough. And then the game releases, hopefully. I think that we're done before the game actually releases. Again, 4 weeks is 8 streams of 2 hours. With 16 hours. 16 hours of a single playthrough seems very short. But the game also doesn't release at the beginning of November. By the way, the game is Inazuma 11 for the PC. I think it's like, what's it called again? I forgot what's it called again. But there's only one on PC, so yeah, you can find it. After an enemy takes damage from bleeding. I am so excited. It should have released actually last month or this month, but they delayed it more. As there's already been delayed for a very long time. Erebus is the Path of the Damned. You know what? What's 2 months more of being delayed? Because this time's really gonna be released, Copium. It's really gonna come this time, chat. I guess the biggest fear that I have, it's world ending. I think like the only thing that's kind of like bothering me is that there's a chance that we complete the Norscan playthrough before the new Inazuma 11 game releases, and then we kind of like a couple of weeks of nothing, because I wouldn't want to start a Siralim randomized last playthrough knowing that I'll just end it within, or at least pause it within a few weeks. Then again, thinking of how long would a class playthrough would go? I wouldn't know, actually. I thought that it is like around 40 hours, right? 40 hours would be 10 weeks. Yeah, that would not be enough. That would not be enough. So yeah, what will we do in like 4 weeks? I'll most likely have some games for 4 weeks. I have enough games, chat. But I don't think, I just have this inkling of an idea that is not gonna like connect perfectly to each other, which is sad, but it's what it is, really. Nothing that we really can do about it, so. I don't think I have. You know what? I think I will most likely can find a RPG that ends in 20 hours. We have the technology. We have it. I wouldn't know what alternatively I could have done. It's not happened yet, idiot. It's like other games, right? Like it's just thinking about like shorter games to play, really. And first of all, I don't get short games. I want my value. I want the money that I pay for the game to be great value. Okay, what do the cards do? Figures. What were the other ones? Ooh. It's not even bad. I mean, specifically chaos spells. Then again, like, the spells that we use the most is are chaos. So not bad for us. Oh my god. Like, I'm so sorry, but I just can't, bro. There should be a fucking option that says lessened. I legit couldn't see that guy. Yeah, I could play another game, right? Like, I am kind of like more of an RPG guy, specifically turn-based RPGs. Well, like, you know, Metroidvania could have been possible, you know, like, after seeing so many people play Silksong, I've been looking into the game, and you know what? Like, it's... Like, I can work with that. I can work with that. I know suck balls, but you know what? That hasn't stopped me yet from playing games, so, you know. One. That has not stopped me yet. But I feel like Metrovanias are also just long games. Once more, we have long games. The thing that I really want to do, and I haven't told her yet, is playing Salt and Sanctuary with RB. We're kind of like a Metroidvania, a little bit more Dark Souls adjacent game, and it's co-op. I thought, you know, like if after we play something like that, we can maybe play even the sequel, which was Salt and Sacrifice, I believe. Apparently that game sucks. Apparently it's like really bad, which is really sad. You know what? The first game is really good, so you know. In the end, nothing gained, nothing lost. Because we can still play the first game. I don't know, maybe like 20. I keep saying 20 hours, but if we have like a month the time, which I don't think we have, I think maybe a few weeks at most. I think 3 weeks at most. I forgot what the release date is. I could look right now, but it feels so bad. Like, it would be really bad if I just went to my Steam right now, clicked on my wish list, and then start looking for the game to release. Also find the name, so I'm not like an idiot just said the PC game. Damn, I have a lot of games that still need to release. If I was on my wish list right now. Huh? Did I visit? Chat, did I miss it? It has a price. It can be pre-ordered already. I forgot. Yeah, it's called Inazuma 11 Victory Road, and it releases on the 13th of November. 13th. If the pause would happen at the end of September, which I feel like it would, right? We have 4 hours a week that we do this. I think we need to reach Def 200, which we can really do. I'm not gonna lie. Now, for most likely, we will put the pause on September. And September. That means that we have the whole of October and 2 more weeks for Warhammer 3, which I feel like is most likely the amount of time that we would need to complete a playthrough. If we are a little bit faster, then we have maybe 1-2 weeks max to do something else in, and that could be easily filled. That could easily be filled, maybe with like stupid things that I can do specifically. I have some ideas. That is the way that I go into looking at what we can play, chat. Way more effort than is necessary. For most, at least. There's not even enough. For me, personally. I want to make an Excel document and sheet. I need to have dates. I need to have averages. Can you hear that I do fucking financial administration? Can you hear that I do back office fucking administration? So chat, I have an inkling of an idea what I was looking here for, but it's kind of escaping my mind, and I just hope by scrolling over it, they'll eventually see me like, yes, that's the thing that I was looking for. Okay, it's coming to me again. It's coming to me in a dream. Dream is leaving me. The dream is spitting in my face. The Raven is something that we could have taken. The shadows. What do they say? What do they speak? What the scallop? No, we don't do anything with the Void Lords. We do need the whites for the Reaper team. This guy specifically. Oh, let's start right with him. So for everybody that doesn't know, the Reapers have like a half-on-half idea of what they do. But they all share kind of a same origin part of the trait, which is if you attack a person with 75% health, they... was it 25? Yeah, 25% of their health or less, they instantly die. If you use their mastery trait, it becomes 50%. So if they have health, they instantly die. Then you have specifically ones that works on if you defeat an enemy that gives you things. And you have ones that if they defeat allies, they resurrect, heal, and give stats. So you have your Reapers attack your own creature, they die, they come back, and then they give stats or they heal or do something else. And that white specifically is when he dies, he gives 25% of all his stats to allies. The only thing that I need is give everybody also a trait. I need a trait where you cannot lose stats when you die, which is a thing. I think so. Is it a mastery trait or a trait? I have to look that up actually. And so we have creatures that kill when they attack somebody at 50% of health. And we keep gaining stats as we're just keep fucking sacrificing one specific white over and over and over again. I think that sounds hella fucking funny. Did we get the Catabetus? Where's Mr. Catabetus? Catabetus, oh shit, we did get him. Ah, shit. That's what we're... Ah, she, Chad, ah, she. A little bit overzealous. I thought that we could do it in one more batch. But apparently I was wrong. But yeah, that's gonna be the base of the Reaper team. Which was not the original team that I was thinking about upgrading from this team, the Speak Shenanigans team. Which shows that I am not holding my own fucking word by saying that I would not make more teams. So, but here's the thing, right? This team was already in the making before I said that, but it was after when I already felt to myself that I should not make another team. So I still lied, you know? I still like didn't keep my own word. Just this time was to myself. You know, the lies that we tell ourselves are the worst, chat. I just keep lying. I keep saying that I'm gonna play low, you know, smaller form games, and then I was like, you know, November I'm gonna play ginormous fucking RPG. I keep lying to myself. I'm a sinful person. But in the end, it's all more content for you guys, so you know. It's all good. It's all good shit. I do it with love. You know, when I make a horrible fucking team in Inazuma 11, simply because of people that look cool or, you know, they do stupid shit, you know, it's because of out of love. That's just how it works for me. We're filling the goblet up like fast. This is the second time today already. Like, oh. In RP, I'm literally just below the fucking goblet as they're just pouring everything out and just like starts like overflowing top of me and just drowning in all the fucking goodies. Delicious. Oh wait. I'll walk away like they instantly have my monk as I just instantly roll my monk. I should do something very specific, which is sorcery, go to kill Nova and be like lol, potency and speed, and then lol, we do more damage, and then should we just like click it and see what it does? No. Kill Noah is gonna be an absolute just monster of a spell. Should we do the same thing with Ultimus? Do we have the gems for that? 8 for this one. Speed is also 8. So fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? That's nice. Boom. Easy. We got shit for them. They can stop us. I'm getting those gains. Remember I was like, we're gonna reach 200 one day? Damn. I guess that day is today. I extra speed, resurrection div, hell nah. Hell nah. Reflect damage taken. Check, give me a second. My controller is empty. Switching Z controllers right now. Okay. We good. Strength and sorcery, lost damage, spell gems, hell yeah. Fuck you, nemesis. Hydration check. I don't know why, but my throat kind of feels bad today. We have some sick folk in the house. I feel I'm getting fucking diseased by them. I enjoyed ASMR drinking. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Because I fucking loved it. The drinking part, of course. Obviously, I'm very excited about the Inazuma 11 game now. Also, on top of that shit, when it was announced, like, I want to say 7 years ago. So yeah. Has been working for some time now. I have to say there's like a similar kind of story to Silk Song, which is kind of weird to say. A little bit, not exactly the same, but a little bit. Where it is... We're blind, we're not confused. Wherein the scope of the game just kept increasing and increasing and increasing, that it just like took way longer than they expected would ever be or take. Which is just like a positive thing to hear, you know? You don't hear that shit that often these days. Like, in all honesty, right? Like, the 3 big modes of the game could have just been a separate game all by themselves. Because we're gonna get a unique storyline. And like story for this game with like new characters. Then we're gonna get a whole ass history mode with every game played from every other game in the franchise, with all their mechanics available, which is a lot. And then we're gonna get a whole ass fleshed out multiplayer aspect of the game with developer hosted tournaments where like just every few weeks or months, I think there's just tournaments going on with seasons that kind of like forces you to play with certain characters, making it so that you don't have like always the same overpowered like teams. And then you have like a weird way where you can interact or like customize a town where people can walk around into. It's the weakest part of the game. But yeah, like it's a multiplayer aspect that's completely fleshed out, which could have just been their own separate game. Every fucking match with history where you can play as the current or the original team. I think you need to play the original team first, and then you can do it with your own team where you then get like new players you can find around based on where you're at in the storyline. Where you also can get like different versions of your players, which then upgrades their base stats, which then makes them as like a better version of themselves. Kind of like a gacha, but like there's no gacha mechanics in there, right? It's just you play, you get, and you upgrade. And then the own original story, like it's a lot. I'm going hard in that game, Chad. Hella hard. Hope you're ready for that, because I am not. No, actually, I'm down. I'm really excited. Go big 200, chat. Big 200. Last defense, we don't defend, we die. I either dodge or I die. Reflect damage would be bad. Let's go. There's some other games I'm a little bit excited for, but I feel like the Sim 11 game is really the only one I'm excited about for this year. Nothing really is like on my radar. I mean, like, I need to get that full price. Getting a full price game for me is already a rare thing. I really wait for fucking sales all the time. Like, yeah, I can get them on release, but I can also get them for like half price next year, which most time is like way more cost effective. Then again, like, there are now games that I want to have on release simply because of streaming reasons, right? If I want to interact with people with a game, then I have to be there on release, right? If I want to play with you guys, I need to have the game. So yeah, there are gonna be some bigger purchases needed from me in the future. But hey, that's for a good cause. This for the cost for not being forever alone again, Chad. I'm not alone. Says the person that went through 3 Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate or 4 Ultimate and Generation Ultimate solo. Nah, I've been interacting. I was never really the best person when it came to playing with randos. And I have to say, like, that's been a good experience just in general, especially in Dark Tide where I've been playing with randos. There's like in between some weirdos that don't really follow the objective correctly and it feels bad, but you know, for every weirdo there are 5 nice people, so you know, it has been a very positive experience. A lot of my social anxieties have been kind of melting away, which is good. A lot of therapy never really told me about the fact that I should interact with people more. They told me things like, you shouldn't hate yourself. I'm like, that's not happening. You should think more positive about yourself. I'm like, never thought about that one before. But I guess they also could have understood that just saying to a person that has social anxiety is like, you should talk to people more, is not really the most effective. Like, if I could, I would have social anxiety. Like, oh. No, it don't make sense. Therapist looks at me. I might be spitting. Then again, because like I'm kind of like on point when it comes to the games that I want when they're releases, but I have like no idea of like games that I would want to buy full price so I could play with you guys. I wouldn't know, so I have to invest some time in seeing what's gonna release and what's not gonna release. No, I mean, you know, when Inazuma 11 starts, you know, I'm gonna whoop all your asses, you know, on like multiplayer, like it's normal. But besides that one, as a beat the master, he says like there's not a whole ass new unique way of playing the game rather than the system that wasn't a DS. Yes, a DS, chats. You know those funny things, you know, that just like went open and closed, you know? And the flip, you know? The dual screens, you know, that's why it's called DS, you know? Those wacky things. You're amazed that after all these times you've encountered Imp still hasn't realized that you can't understand him. Damn. Your creatures take 2 turns? What the fuck? I guess I should just, like, do this. And then do this. And then we attack. And then we stink. And then we see chaos. Oh, what the fuck? Why did Homeboy miss? Why did Homeboy miss? That's horrible. I didn't even see that one. Wow. Okay, let's see what happens for them. Okay. Whoa! He's Mecha Imp. He changed. He looks so cool. What the fuck? He's Mecha Imp. I'm so sorry for what I have to do to you, my guy. The worst part is the indirect... Oh, God. Oh, no. How are we gonna do this? I guess let's Demon Brown until they... Okay. Oh my god. We just ripped through him. I guess 100k defense is nothing to us. Necrotic Finger. Okay. More speed training, I guess. Speaking of speed training, field items, rolls of speed. Nice. No good in Netherstone really gained in quite some time. It's the norm for me, so it's all good. I remembered, I feel like the Gate of the Gods unlock at 215 or 245. So we're getting really close. So as the pause is coming in sight and the end of this first playthrough as well, I want to thank everybody for coming and keeping me company, for everybody being here, listening to my stupid ass voice, and the good ass music, of course. I want to say thank you for watching, and I wish everybody a good day, good night. Hope to see everybody next time. Tomorrow, me and RB gonna do something called Boom Boom. That's BS, where we're gonna challenge each other to either games that we're good at or play a game that neither of us is good at and try to beat each other or work together towards a common goal. This time it's in Sparking Zero. We're gonna have a tug of war with each other, trying to beat each other's character and win multiple times with our own champion they've chosen. And I hope you'll be there for it. But until then, good day, good night, and see you next time. There's actually somebody online. Wait.